Grand Rising on this special morning. There's a really pink hue outside today. Looks really pretty. Um, yes, a very important time. Everybody wants to feel at peace. Everybody wants to feel the love. To feel it, to know that you have it, you have to give it out. Um, help people learn that they can flip their mentality. Everything is in your mind. If you're feeling a certain way, then no, you can feel the opposite. Believe in the universe. We have um, the Bible is a beautiful healing book, and it's a historical book, the same as the Sumerian texts. I mean, there's so much to go into and learn from. And people like Billy Carson and so many others are really, I mean, they've been doing it for years. I've been watching Planet X come in for, well, since 2015. I lost it for a few years as it disappeared. But to start with, in 2015, there were definitely two suns. There were definitely, I could see it in the distance. So as the planets revolve and align, we're all stuck on different concepts of what it is rather than knowing that this is for our benefit. We don't have any choice with what the universe is going to dish out to us, whether it be tsunamis, earthquakes, oh goodness, there's so many things out there. So the only thing we can do as human beings is believe that what it says in these books, about weighing your heart as light as a feather, that means like that you don't hold any resentment, you don't hold any bitterness. It's extremely hard to do, but it is possible, because when you give your worries up to the universe, I mean, what do you do in the middle of a tragic event? You fall to your knees and you pray. It's automatically what we all do. Um, Believe in that. Believe, ask for redemption for your sins. Ask for the beautiful life that you would like to have ahead, but to do that, do it with generosity, with love in your heart. Um, People are falling by the wayside, but they're learning. Um, it's we have to. It's a very important time to know that you need to have your spirit as high as possible. Don't let people wear you down. Don't let the world wear you down. Not so much necessarily as people, but authorities and principalities, as it says in the Bible. These books are so fascinating. The tablets are fascinating. The emerald tablets about wearing your heart as light as a feather to be able to, you know, proceed to heaven. Um, there's a lot of different ways of explaining it, but ultimately, as planets align and we're ready for Jesus to return, um, I believe he was an incredible healer. Um, the book's been written about him for so long now, and yet his parts of the truth have been twisted, but ultimately, he was a healer who wanted the best for humanity, who wanted us to see that we have the power within us to be love, to give love. When we give love, we receive love. Um, Not to let the pettiness of each day and our daily routines and other people's opinions affect us, and how we and who we are and how we live our life. Just constantly, I mean, since in the last 18 months I have become reborn. I am a true believer now, and the power that the universe has, what God has over us, and to give it all up to him when you can't him, it's like that's personal. But it's there, he's there, the source is there. And we have planets aligning for different things to happen that only happen every few 100 years. Um, it's it can be. Is it half empty? Do we have a cup half empty, or do we have a glass full? You know, half full. It's however you want to perceive things, but perceive it in a good way. Perceive for yourself that you can achieve anything you want to achieve. You can do anything you want to do. Fill your heart with light and love, um, and because it's an incredibly important time to ascend and to be to save the world, to save humanity from itself. Um, so let's try and do that. And every thought you have, make it a good one. Flip it. If you're thinking something horrible, then there's always something that was nice, because you're thinking that horrible thing because you're missing out on something you had before, when you actually felt really good about something. You had that and then you lost it, so you're missing it, and that's where the bitterness comes in. So if you've already had it, you know what you've already had. You could go back to that. Know that that feeling in yourself, whether it's you or somebody else feeling that about you, it's real. People do love you. People love you. People are there for you. Never give up. Always keep trying. The world is so full of possibilities. There is not one. The one right path is just to be the best person you can be, and try to keep life simple. Be appreciative for everything you have. The return of Christ is imminent. It's a big time for us all. However you perceive that to be explained or take place, the world is going to shift. The planets are aligning. The world is shifting. We're going into this new vibration. Well, we're here. We are now here. And the more you fight it, the harder it is going to be to get yourself back to it. Don't be resentful, don't be bitter, let it all go. If you haven't been able to work something out in the world and it's all beyond your capabilities, and you just go, oh, I give it up to the universe, you're giving it up to God, and it'll come right for you. With your best intentions, it will come right for you. It is never too late, and there's a point of, we can all be saved. We might not be where we want to be. We might not be the person we truly want to be. We might not have the voice we want to have. I find words all the time really hard to explain, trying to help people rather than offend them. But sometimes offence is the only way people can see. But it's definitely not purposeful. It's a willingness. It's a mission to help people know that our hearts are for good. If you don't use them for good, they shrivel. I've been through that, and I know that from fact, and I have built it back up, and it's been attempted to be broken a few more times since. However, once you've been there, know that you can come out of it. There is always a way out. We can always rise. Keep loving your hearts, keep loving your neighbours, and the right answers will come, and just keep praying. Every thought is a prayer. It creates your existence. So to be aware of it and to go, no, I want to make that a nice thought. I want to make that a nice prayer. I am so grateful for this. You can take all that nonsense and nastiness out your mind and replace it with nice thoughts. And that helps us align ourselves. That helps us raise our vibrations. I've also done it through worship, reggae music, and oh my goodness, have I had such a buzz. I love reggae. I love the vibration of it. Um, we're not really on that over here, are we? Because it's again to keep us all down and subdued, and you look silly if you dance, and you know, just embrace yourselves, embrace the love you have in your heart, and give love. And if you can't walk away from people, places, or things that are really harmful, it's you have no choice but to give it up to the universe. Just give it up and just ask for assistance, ask for help, speak to your angels. Um, I'm a firm believer in my angel hugs now. Wow, seriously, they have been by my side all the way through this, because I know I am called to do this. I know I am called to help people try to get through this time without the fear. Um, and there are so many different ways of looking at it, but they are all relevant. They're all the part of the same thing that's going on at the moment, and it's a wondrous thing. As much as it can be frightening, it is an incredible thing. We are incredible beings on an incredible planet. Let's be incredible. Have a wonderful day, and my testimonial is definitely getting there. They've been very difficult to write with a broken wrist, and the videos, well, they're coming straight onto here anyway, so but please trust in yourselves, believe in yourselves, know that we can all rise despite coughs and colds and despite aches and pains. Our mind is what heals us. Concentrate on your mind, concentrate on the way you think, how you think. Are you holding any grudges? Let them go. Just let them go. Your life is too short. Life is too beautiful. Let's make, God has already won. He created the world. He will do as he sees fit. Whether you think of him as a spark of electricity or how you think of him. I say him because that's how the majority people believe. So in that respect, I say it to just connect. Beliefs are personal, but at the same time, knowing that we believe is what we need to shout about. Believe in the good in the world, believe in the love in the world, and the Lord is coming. Have a wonderful day. Blessed be.